It is Christmas of 2024, and I wanted to make a brief video showing the state of my Christmas village and just document the progress and where we're at now. And I think the goal here for me would be to create a YouTube channel and upload content on a somewhat regular basis, but this obviously is not going to be a full-time job for me. I have a lot of other priorities. So I wanted to just discuss some things in this video and see if there's any interest that people might have, if anybody might want to see some content. So my thoughts for this would be a Lego channel that's totally dedicated to the Winter Village, because this is my only Lego project. And it would also go into some of the sets and then what goes into turning it into a complete display. Another topic I thought was, it'd be a good idea to cover some of the planning, the research, and then also the budgeting that goes into this type of a build, because I know there's a lot of YouTube channels out there where people have these massive cities, but I also don't want to assume that people have an infinite budget and unlimited money to spend. I also have a few sets up here that have not yet been built. And I understand this is very low production value. And if there's some interest, and if people really do, start commenting and wanting to see more, obviously I could increase the production quality of these videos, add some intros and thumbnails, and then work in some build descriptions and maybe part lists into the videos as well. And then I just want to compile all the research and planning that I've done to make it easier for other people to go on this journey that I've gone on with building their village. So this is my only Lego project. This is this year's set, the post office. I also have the holiday train station over here and the holiday train. And just to talk about some of the planning, this is a 4-foot by 6-foot display. And in order to fit the absolute most I could, my corners are 48 by 48, and that'll allow me to make the corners of the train track on their own modular plates as well. And there will be a 4-stud overhang on the front and also in the rear. However, the entire border will be surrounded with 16 by 32s. This is just a 16 by 16 that I had laying around for proof of concept. But the layout of this would be, you have your 48 by 48s in the corners. There would be 4 16 by 32s in the front, 2 16 by 32s on each side where the train tracks go, and then of course 4 more in the back. And again, there is a 4-stud overhang in the back as well. And then in the middle, you have 4 32 by 32s, and then you get 2 rows of 6. And then in the back, you would have another row of 4 32 by 32s. Plans for the village would be to make the streetcar run on Mills plates that have the train tracks built into the road. And then of course sidewalks as well. I have a few Lego orders on the way from Lego to do some of those. And then also the train tracks will all be built in and it'll look like snow. I also want to have in the back a tunnel for the train to go through that would have a mountain with a ski slope, and I can put the Alpine Lodge building up on top of that ski slope. And then another thought is some more world building. Everything would be up on Mills plates. So I understand these are just white base plates right here, but they'll actually be raised up to like the sidewalk height. So everything will be connected in white. The problem is that Lego has shut down their not bestseller items for their pick-a-brick feature. So the 16 by 16 white plates that I need to make those Mills plates, I have to wait until January whenever they reopen that service to order those. The corners will also be built in, and I have some sets that don't make sense in the village, but they're still holiday theme. And actually this year, I just got, I think the set number is 1549. It's an old brick built Santa with a chimney. I actually ended up with 3 of those. And you could make these for, a couple dollars in parts, but it was really cool that I got these. They were handed down to me by a family member. So the train, obviously the streetcar will run back and forth in a straight line. The train currently, I just have a knockoff motor, but it does actually run pretty good. and it'll get going fast. So other plans would be a snowplow on the road and actually building some angled snow. So it looks like the snowplow hasn't gotten to that portion of the road yet. I'll work in road crossings. These are actually the crossings from the train station set right here. But I'll actually work in some crossings that go towards all the way to the end of the display. There will be road. And then having some of the sidewalks covered with snow so you can have people shoveling snow. And again, like I mentioned, that big display in the back. And then I also thought here in the center to have the crosswalks, and there would be additional road plates that head farther back. And I could turn the Holiday Main Street building sideways just to get a little bit more room to have street frontage for the buildings, because I really like the idea of doing smaller buildings and like a Christmas market. And I think, you know, I have this food truck set, and I'll put some white on top of it myself to make it look like it's been snowed on. But I thought it would be really cool, even though it's not a Winter Village set, to work in and have it be like a holiday market. So this is Christmas 2024. If you have any interest in building your own Lego Village, if you have one building and one minifigure, I think you've got a good start, even if you made that building yourself. This is just for some reason, a couple years ago, I picked this up, and I really like the concept of building your own winter village and some of the storytelling that you can do with these minifigures. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I would love to engage with you about this. I'd love to learn from other people, and I just love to help people on their journey and help people be able to put together a Winter Village display on a budget. And I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I look forward to making some more videos in the future.